Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we are at Deya. So we're back home now. I went through a lot of the video footage that I took, and a lot of it was either not usable or just wasn't that great. So you've seen a little intro there, and now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some of the other stuff. So first things is going to be the video of the tap room itself. And from that you can see, you know, in terms of the setup at Deya. I mean, it's like a lot of these sort of breweries, it's out on an industrial estate in Cheltenham. But when you get there, it's you know, it's got some nice graphics outside. And when you go in there, it's a nice big open room with sort of benches and everything. You order your beer with an app on your, you know, you scan your phone with a QR code on the table, and you order it that way, and then they come and deliver it to you. So there was loads of different things on draft. And there was also, you could buy cans as well if you wanted to have that to drink in. And they did some food and stuff as well. We didn't do the food, but we stayed there for a while. We had about 4 or 5 beers. So I bought the 4 beers that I had that day. So let's have a little look at the inside the Deya Taproom and some of the images of the day. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little sort of very short little montage of what it was like, give you an idea. You know, I would definitely recommend, if you like Deya beer, get to Cheltenham and go there, because not only was that it was a nice setup, it was good atmosphere. You couldn't really do much in terms of tour the brewery or anything. It was just basically going in there, sitting there, enjoying Deya beer. But they had good beer, and I thought it was pretty reasonably priced, really. So you're buying pints of beer, and you're paying about a £5 for an IPA, paying about £4.50 for a pale ale, and then if you were buying like double IPAs and stuff, they were served mainly in half pints. So you know, that was pretty much half the price, £2.50 or £3, I think they were. And you could also buy cans to take away. So that's what I did. I thought, right, if I don't get the footage, I'll buy all the cans and I'll do the reviews as I normally would. So I'm going to review one today, and then over the next sort of few days, I've got 3 others. So the beers that we had, the first beer that we had, and the one that I'm going to try today, is this one. And this was brand new. It literally came out at the weekend. So this is called a Better Daze. Sorry, not Hazy Days. I want to call it Hazy Days. 6.5%. Great looking can artwork. This is a juicy IPA with a Zaka, Citra, Galaxy and Simcoe. And I had this one on pints, and it was the first beer that I had there because I thought, I haven't heard of that one, and I loved the, you know, the hop profile and everything that sounded pretty good. Had this one, and it was really good, but we'll go through that one in a minute. The other one that we had, I think, I'm trying to get the order of what I had them in. I had this one. This is a Sunshine IPA. Again, the 6% IPA. This is a collaboration with Other Half, which is a US brewery. This is a Sunshine, is a tropical IPA with Citra, Idaho 7 and Sabro. A really summery drink. And again, great can artwork on that. The next one I had was this one, which is another new one that I think was pretty much came out. This is one of their Something Good series, and this is number 15. And this is Deya has come. The time has come. This is called Something Good 15. And this one is one of the ones with the Cairo pop, so the new hop. Experimental Cairo hop, and it says it's hopped exclusively in the Whirlpool with Cairo pop original blend and dry hop with Citra. Cairo pop original blend, fruity banger and sugars. And again, this was a really good beer as well. And then the other beer that we had was one that's been out a while, but one of my friends who was on the trip with, is one of his favourites. And I hadn't actually tried it. So Into the Haze is another one. A lot of people may have seen this one before. It's been rebrewed. It's another IPA. This is a Simcoe, Citra and Simcoe, this one's got in it, but it's got a really great soft mouthfeel, you remember, and I'm going to look forward to reviewing that one as well, because I haven't reviewed that on the channel. So they were the 4 beers that I bought, and incredibly, they were bought them directly from the brewery, and they were £4. Now you realise that that's really, really good value. One, obviously, Deya, all their beers are in 500ml cans, so you get more beer than you normally would in a 440. But £4 for like IPAs, 6% plus IPAs, I think is really good. And the quality of Deya, you know, they're one of the top breweries in the UK. So the fact that you could buy cans for £4, I know that my only regret is that I probably should have bought more. I thought, well, I could buy it, you know, I could buy loads of it, but I just wanted, because I knew I had these and they were great, and I thought, I'm not one to sit and buy one or two beers and then buy 6 or 7 of them. You know, it's not. I like to drink new beers all the time, different ones all the time. But I think great value. So I think if you do go there, definitely get some on takeout, because £4 is really good. I mean, these are the sort of beers in bottle shops. I mean, even if you buy them direct, I'm sure they're more. But certainly in bottle shops, most of the days that I pick up are £5.50 and that sort of money. So you get them a bit cheaper there, and obviously, you know, they're fresh and they're pretty much brand new sort of thing. So this is the one. So I'm going to do now the review of the this one, the Better Daze. It's a great can, bright yellow can. As I said, this has got quite hop forward, this one. It's got Zaka, Citra, Galaxy and Simcoe, and it's 6.5%. So let's crack this one open, get it into a glass, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what it's all about. And you know, I think that it's going to be as good in the can as it was on draft. Certainly, I was really, really pleased with it when I had it. I just thought it was pretty good. It's, you know, that served in their little, you know, their crocodile pint glasses. It was a shame. I was going to pick up glasses, but they didn't actually have any to buy. They had none in stock. So beer in a glass. It's got this sort of, just hold it back a little bit. It's a very sort of orangey, hazy sort of beer. It looks a little bit darker than I remember it when it was on draft. We've got 3 fingers of head. Yeah, I mean, and already I can smell those big tropical sort of notes. Yeah, you're getting huge hits of pineapple and mango, all wrapped up in sort of a citrus. So there's a peachy, sweet peachy sort of aroma as well. Oh, it smells really good. It's one of those real tropical, fruity aromas that sort of like, all it does is just get those taste buds going, and you just want to drink it straight away. So I think that's what we're going to do. So cheers, everyone. Oh, masses and masses of a real hop forward beer. Big waves of pineapple flavour. I'd say pineapple is almost the sort of dominant flavour here, but it's kept in check by some of the sort of more other sort of tropical flavours in there. So you've got mango in there, you've got papaya in there. I would also say you've got those sort of slight stone, a sort of brief hits of stone fruit. So a little bit of apricot, a little bit of peach, but it's not a stone fruit dominated beer. It's got a real sort of overall tropicalness to it. And then on the back end, you get this nice sort of dry, bitter finish. But it's, in terms of the bitterness, it's very low in bitterness. You know, it's just about there, just that slight bit of bite on the back end with a nice sort of grapefruit and a citrusy sort of flavour. It's what I would call a perfect IPA. It's just exactly what you want. And of course, it's a Deya, so it's wrapped up in Deya's, you know, lovely, soft, pillowy mouthfeel. And that was the one thing when we were at the tap room. It was like, if it was one word that we said about all the beer we drank was, wow, it's so creamy and sort of the mouth feels really soft. It's got it's a real pillowy sort of texture, you know, on the tongue, and that's, you know, that's what Deya is all about. They're really good at doing that. Yeah, there's a little bit of nectarine in there as well. Pink grapefruit. It's just perfectly balanced, and to me, it's the best of what Deya is all about. You know, all the Deyas I've had before, you know, I've had some, and I haven't really had any poor ones. Certainly in the IPAs, I think their IPAs are really, really good, and this is up there. This is one of the best IPAs I think they've made. Again, great combination, I think, of hops. So Zaka, Citra, Galaxy, Simcoe. You know, all those sort of hops. I really do like Zaka because it gives a real tropical, slightly pineapple sort of hit. Citra obviously used to give out that sort of citrusy bite to it. Galaxy is another one that's I see it used more and more, and it has that sort of slightly earthier, slightly sort of bit more danker, just sort of keeps those sort of fresh tropical sort of flavors in check. And then Simcoe, again, that sometimes also gives you that softness, also gives you that sort of slight grapefruit and pininess, really. But there's not much pininess on this. I think the other hops are more dominant than the Simcoe. But it's a beautiful beer, and it's a great example of Deya. So if you've ever had a Deya beer and you think, yeah, I really like Deya beers, and you've had, you know, any of their beers, and certainly IPAs, then you've got to watch out for this one, because I think this is one that is up there with some of their best. Big 500ml can, brilliant beer. So I really enjoyed that. Let's get some scores for that. Okay, the scores are in for Better Daze by Deya. It's an IPA, 6.5%, juicy IPA with Azaka, Citra, Galaxy and Simcoe on the exchanges. That's what it says. Better Daze. It's a real good summery IPA. In fact, it's a great summery IPA. So let's go through the scores. Aroma first. Well, as soon as you crack open the can, put it to your nose, you just get this lovely whiff of a real juicy tropical sort of aroma. Big hits of pineapple, there's mango, there's papaya in there. Then you also get these sort of waves of citrus and grapefruit in there, little pockets of sort of something sweeter like a peach or nectarine, something like that. But really inviting, and it's what you want from a beer when you can just put it to your nose and you think, I just want to drink it now because it just smells so good. So I'm giving it 16 out of 20 for aroma. Appearance, it's a beautiful IPA, lovely. The head stays, you know, we've got half a finger of head that seems to be staying all the way down. It's a lovely hazy yellowy orange colour, beautiful beer. I'm giving it 9 for appearance. Flavour wise, well, like the aroma, big hits of pineapple, mango, bit of peach in there, even a little bit of sort of orange nectarine sort of comes in there, a little bit nectarine, tangerine sort of flavours. And you get, it's got a nice sweetness to it as well. It's not overpowering sweetness, but it's got a really nice sweetness. And you're getting the sweetness like a peach or apricot, something stone fruity. But it's not the big flavour. It's bigger on the sort of tropical pineapples and mangoes and papayas. Passion fruit, no, I don't think there's really much in the way of passion fruit. And then on the back end you get a nice sort of citrusy, maybe that's where that sort of bit of orange is coming in, and then but lemons and limes, a little bit of grapefruit, but it's got very low levels of bitterness. In terms of its carbonation, it's beautifully softly carbed. It's not, you know, it's just got a lovely soft Deya-esque pillowy mouthfeel, really, and that's what it's all about. It's got a really high levels of drinkability. It's a superb beer, flavour, mouthfeel, everything. It's all there in one package. So I'm giving it a 36 for flavour. Value for money. Well, as I said, pick this up directly from Deya. £4 for a 500ml can. I don't think there's a better beer that you can have for I think a 500ml can for £4. I don't think I've ever had one. Certainly, you know, yes, there may be beers I've had better, but I've paid more for it. Or I've had a smaller can, but I don't think there's better beers than this. Maybe when I go through the other Deyas that we've got from the tap room, I may remember that actually these are equally as good and if not better. But I think value for money, 10 out of 10. And then my overall experience, well, this is what I'm looking for from a beer. That Deya softness is there, but there's so much flavour and so much aroma in there that it just makes it really drinkable. And I think when I was there having it on draft, I think it was even better because I think it was a little bit softer, and it was probably a better temperature than what I'm drinking it here. It's probably a little bit colder I'm drinking it. But it's a sort of beer that you could just keep drinking all night. It's that good, you know. It's got lots of hop-forward flavours, all those fruit and tropical flavours, wrapped in this soft mouthfeel. but you never sort of think, oh, it's too much. There's too much fruit, or there's never too much in terms of its flavour. It's just everything's there, perfectly balanced, and it's a real great example of I would say a New England. It's not necessarily a New England style beer, but it's definitely a New England style for me. Very good an IPA, and it's one of the best IPAs you can get. And this is a brand new one from Deya, so I'm giving it 17 for overall experience because I remember it's as good now as I had it when I was at the tap room. I thought this is something special. So big high scores there, 17 for overall. Totting those scores up, I think this is one of the highest scoring beers that we've had so far this year. 88 out of 100. So it was the top end, it's the Iron Maiden, it's the heaviest of heavy metal beer. It's a cracking, great rock tune of a beer, this one. It's a brilliant beer, but then I'm starting to get really gushing about Deya. You know, I liked Deya beers before, but after going to the tap room, having that great experience, I thought it was brilliant. I thought the beer was brilliant. And then we went out into Cheltenham. We had a few other sort of craft beers in other pubs, but they were nowhere near up to the standard of the Deya beer. I'm surprised that not more pubs in Cheltenham would have Deya on tap, but I'm really glad that we went, and to be honest, I could spend a lot longer there. So this is my first review for the Deya Better Daze. It's a cracking beer. Again, see it, buy it, drink it, you will love it. The other beers will be coming over the next sort of few days, because I'm having a big Deya sort of thing over this next few days. But really enjoyable. I'm looking to go back to what they were all about. So I'm going to end that review here. We're a little ending of my time at Deya, so I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, we're at Deya. We're just actually leaving Deya. I should have recorded a lot more of these videos beforehand, but well, you know, you've had a few beers and we've had Sunshine, Steady Rolling Man, we've had Something Good 15. Here we are, and here's some idiots here that I'm enjoying this beer with. So we're leaving Deya, but we're in Cheltenham, so we're going to indulge in some more craft beer. And until the next one, keep on rocking.